Mark Kilroy was a young man with a bright future ahead of him. He was a good student, a talented athlete, and a loyal friend. Mark had a passion for life and an unwavering determination to succeed. He dreamed of becoming a doctor, eager to dedicate his life to helping others. His kind heart and compassionate nature drew people to him. Growing up in Santa Fe, Texas, Mark excelled in academics and sports. He was a star basketball player, his tall frame and sharp instincts making him a force on the court. But beyond his athletic achievements, Mark possessed a sharp mind. He was a pre-med student at the University of Texas at Austin, his dedication to his studies evident in his excellent grades. Mark's friends and family knew him as a kind and gentle soul. Always quick with a smile and a helping hand, he had a way of making everyone around him feel special. His parents, James and Helen Kilroy, were immensely proud of their son, their home filled with his trophies and academic awards. Little did they know a dark cloud loomed on the horizon, threatening to extinguish the bright light that was Mark Kilroy. A spring break trip, a chance for fun and camaraderie, would soon transform into a parent's worst nightmare. Spring break 1989. College students across the United States were buzzing with excitement, eager to escape the confines of campus life for a week of sun, sand, and revelry. For Mark Kilroy and his friends, the destination of choice was Matamoros, Mexico. Matamoros, a bustling border town just across the Rio Grande from Brownsville, Texas, promised a vibrant nightlife and a taste of Mexican culture. Every year, thousands of college students flocked to its bars, clubs, and beaches, eager to embrace the carefree spirit of spring break. The group of friends, filled with youthful exuberance, piled into a van and set off on their adventure. They arrived in high spirits, ready to embrace the excitement that awaited them. Their days were spent soaking up the sun on the beach, playing volleyball, and exploring the bustling streets of Matamoros. As the sun began to set, the friends would head to the vibrant bars and clubs that lined the streets. Music pulsed through the air, laughter filled the crowded spaces, and the intoxicating energy of spring break was palpable. It was during one such night, amidst the throngs of revelers, that Mark Kilroy vanished. The night started like any other. The group of friends, including Mark, were enjoying the festive atmosphere of a popular bar in Matamoros. Music blared, drinks flowed freely, and the dance floor pulsed with energy. As the night wore on, Mark decided to step outside for some fresh air. Unbeknownst to his friends, this seemingly innocuous decision would have devastating consequences. He walked out into the cool night air, leaving behind the noise and crowds of the bar. Hours passed and Mark did not return. His friends, initially unconcerned, began to worry. Where could he be? Had he simply lost track of time? As the minutes turned into hours, their concern morphed into full-blown panic. They searched the crowded streets, their calls for their friends swallowed by the din of the city. Frantic, they contacted the local authorities, their worst fears growing with each passing moment. Mark Kilroy, a young man with so much promise, had vanished without a trace. Little did they know that their friend had stumbled into a nightmare far beyond their worst imaginings. News of Mark's disappearance spread like wildfire. His parents, James and Helen, received the devastating phone call that no parent ever wants to receive. Their world shattered. They immediately flew to Matamoros, their hearts heavy with dread. The search for Mark became a desperate race against time. The Kilroy family, their faces etched with worry, worked tirelessly with both Mexican and US authorities. Flyers bearing Mark's picture were plastered across the city while volunteers scoured the streets hoping for any sign of the missing student. Days turned into weeks, and the lack of leads deepened the despair. Just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of hope emerged. A tip from an informant led Mexican authorities to a remote ranch near the border town of Matamoros. The informant, a drug smuggler himself, claimed to have witnessed strange and disturbing rituals at the ranch. He spoke of a cult, led by a charismatic and ruthless figure named Adolfo Constanzo, who claimed to possess supernatural powers. Little did anyone know that this tip would unravel a horrific truth, exposing a darkness that would shock the world.